I'm gonna join on which one color too. I'm gonna
All right,
join on my computer too. You see me popping in a
all right. So this is basically the Spaceman remastered volume profile zoom, and basically it's just a handful of things. Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. What else? I need to move my thing right so I can see what's going on. I can't see. I can't see nothing here. Yeah, there you go. That's cool right there, I guess. Huh? All right, let's see. All these damn screens. So basically, this is. I'm gonna take all these indicators off here real fast. Let's see what we got here. Okay, now I need that. Okay, so the the um the settings basically are like this. This is the settings that Seb gave to me, and I'll just repeat it here. So I ain't gonna write it out, but so
minute.
basically,
I just snip it. Hold on.
yeah.
Yep, I got that first one.
Um, you know what I need? I need the stickies thing. I'll get it later. That's fine. Where's I gotta put
Yep, I got
stickies on
that
here.
first one.
Let's
And
see.
then if you want to
Where's
scroll down, I can snip the second one whenever you're ready.
this one here? This basically is the same. Nothing changes there.
Okay.
And I just make the I mean you can
Change
make
the
these any
colors.
colors. Yeah, you can trade the colors whatever you want. I just use those colors. But anyone you can use anyone could change the colors, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Let's see. So I can just try to I can change the colors there. Um Still getting used to it. So I got them. That's not really a new laptop, but it's like a the other laptop just totally crapped out on me, man. Died.
I'm surprised you didn't go get the Falcon, man, of the ones that I sent you.
Yeah, I just got a laptop, man.
Okay.
Had 16 gig of memory. That might be one I might get down the road, but I had this thing on. I said I've already. Um,
Okay.
so this is how I think Seb's on here too, but this is how I break it down. Now I know there's plenty of rules of things, but let me just bring up here. Oh, um, hold on. These are settings that I mainly got from Seb, but I mean, you know me, man. I test stuff out, dog. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
mean, you know what I mean? So it's like your chart is H4, right? Then the indicator should be the weekly. You know what I'm saying? And I'll show you that in a minute. So, so if you have an well, let me start here with this one. This is M30, right? I'm on M30 right now.
Mm-hmm.
So M30 equals weekly, week one. So this, imagine the chart is, that's a chart. So see how my chart's on M30 right now. If I go to the Space Master thing, it's on the daily. See, that's my
Mm.
and I don't check. So you can check this and this because if you trade in these two, you can check those things. You know what I'm saying? You can check Tokyo and Asian, whatever, but I don't. I just do this here. So then, if the chart is H4, then the session is going to be It's going to be weekly. This is day one. Oh, my bad. This is day one. M30 is day one. My bad. Not week one. Day one. Day one. This you can play around with these, and you can play around with these settings though. You know what I'm saying? If you want, day one. So I just use this, and then H4 is weekly, M30 is daily. 5 minutes H4. So if you're trying to go to the 5 minute time frame, like you like to scalp, then you're gonna change that
Right.
to H4. This here,
In the
hold on.
settings, you're
Right
saying.
here. This is H4 here. See, watch. I'm gonna show you. So
So
if I
just
go to
change that.
M5,
So just change
right?
that drop down
If I do M5 here, I'm gonna come here, right? And change this drop down because I'm doing New York,
to H4.
right? But then whatever your thing is, if you are doing session two, if you're doing Tokyo, You know what I'm saying? Whatever that might be, whatever session you are, you know what I'm saying? You're on. So you change this to H4. And you might find that that setting might not be good enough for you. You might try a different setting, you know what I'm saying? So this is what the settings that Seb gave me. So, but I just stay on the 30-minute time frame. I found the 30-minute time frame works for me because it gives me enough time to see what's going on. So I don't know if that makes sense or not.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right, so that's just that. All right. So from what I understand, like I said, I've been looking at some volume profile is the main, let me give it this here. The main things, and I think Seb's on here, so he can probably chime in. This is naked POCs. See, to me, naked POCs are the what I call spicy, go that way, because those are like seems like that's a level where price is going to gravitate to. I've heard many people say that. You know what I'm saying? That's the orange line, right?
Okay.
And this gets formed every day, but I guess it doesn't really take off until the next day. So, and then you'll see lines. So let me just bring this down a little bit more. 10, that's too small. 14, that's good right there. All right, so look at so let's look at today. I'm gonna break down how I got into this trade today. And I'm gonna break down like why I took this trade today. Because I knew that it was gonna crash and took all these levels out. But I'll show you that in a minute. So today is the and each session starts at 6 o'clock. See, how odd is that? Each session starts at 6 o'clock. That's Asian, right? So each session starts at 6 o'clock. So a PLC starts off at 6, right? During the day. So this is what? The 12th. Actually, hold on. Oh wait, here's a new one. Here's one. Here's this forming. See this one right here? That's just forming, right? Because the Asian session started at 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is like a brand new volume being created. And you see this little orange line here?
Mm-hmm.
That orange line is the new PLC that's being created. So a naked PLC is an orange line that the price isn't tested yet. Hasn't come down to play with, what I'm saying, to hang out with. So you can see that these lines continue all the way over here to the right because price has not been down here. So if you look at this PLC here, this line, the PLC came from some place over here somewhere, right? So you see how price hasn't come down here?
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't tested this area. So if price ever comes down to this area, this is a point of control. Basically, it's a nice level, and it's possible level that price could bounce up. Price didn't come down here. Price came down to here. Now look at this. Look what it's doing here. This, let's see. See this line right here? See what's over here? So that's September 6th, right? How long did it take for this line to be what I call violated? Can you see that line right here?
Mm-hmm.
From here, it goes all, that's September 6th, right? And when did it stop? Right here, right? See that?
Mm-hmm.
It starts right before the print here. That was today, right? That big sell run. So what do you notice about this line from here? What do you notice? What do you notice from here, right, to here? What do you notice? Oh, but another line there. Because now we're gonna get into observations. What do you notice from here to here? From here, it started here, right? That's where it started, right there, right? Boom, right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me move over here. So how many days did it take price to go from here, this corner right here, all the way down to here?
It's like almost 3 weeks.
So September 6th, it started right at 6 o'clock, all the way over here. How long did it take price to get down here? Because it got down here today, right? Was that?
It took 5 days.
Okay. So let me see if you can see this, because you have to see this. See this. Watch this. Okay. Watch. I mean, because you got to watch. You got to see it to believe it. Okay, so let's break it down real quick. I'm only looking at there's multiple levels, like we say there's levels to the shit, right? We'll say that levels to the shit. So look at the levels of the shit from here, right? So what did the price do? From here, it came over here and it went all the way up, right? Let's just take the Spaceman off for a second and see what's going on. Can you see it now? Look at this from here to here. That's where it took, right? From here, it took from September 6 all the way to 6 o'clock. It went here, price went all the way up here, right? And it came up here and it shot down, right? Based on CPI that was today. That was the trade I caught today all the way down to here and stopped right there. You see that? So if I bring this Spaceman in here, you see that little wick right there?
Yeah, it tested it. Are you saying it tested the line?
And it stopped. You see how the orange line stopped?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if I was to ask somebody, why is this? It went from here to here and stopped. This is not candles here. That's volume, right? Volume, right? Low volume, single print. I'm gonna go into that later, but I just wanna when Seb told me about this Space Master, he was talking about PLCs and single prints. So I was like, hey, this man's crazy. Let me check it out, right? This is the reason why I went on and got this indicator. I know we just don't get indicators because we just get them. We get them because they're the shit. So I was like, okay, went over here. So then I said, let me check it out. So I started to do some back test and on this here you can back test, which is beautiful. Back test mode. That's beastly, man. That's gangster. So it hit here, right? So once the candle hit here, this is violated, right? So this is a point of interest for here. This is right here. So there's two things I noticed that here. Typically you say, okay, well, since it hit here, then it should shoot up, right? From this point, it should shoot up. But sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it'll come down here a little bit and then shoot back up. But what is it doing now? You see what it's doing now? Look how it came to this point here, right? Let me get rid of this because this is a PLC. This is a new volume it's like a baby volume. It's just being formed, right? So typically if it hits here, this orange line is violated. So it took what, September 6th all the way to the 13th. So typically this market should shoot up here. It should shoot up this way. It may not shoot up this way, but it should shoot up this way. This would be an area of interest to see where it's going to go. Okay, that makes sense. So you come here and you say, okay, well, now look at it. The orange line is done. So it serves its purpose, but it's still a valid line. It's still a valid line, even though it's not going into the future, but it's still a valid line because it was a point of contact, point of control. What point of control, from what I understand, is where most volume and most orders are placed. It's like where price gravitates to, and it gravitated right there. Look at that. It wicked around that line, right? If I didn't have this mass here, I could have drew what? I could have drew a line here, right? I could have drew a line here. Where's the line here? Around the wick there, right? I could have drawn that, or I could have done this. I could have came here and draw a line, right? Put it there. So look at that. That's a form of support, right? That's a form of support right there, right? So you're like, okay, well, what's this master line doing? Not only is it a form of support, but it's a spicy line because that's where price gravitated towards. It gravitated right here, location right there. So to me, that's a spicy area, this PLC. So now I look for naked PLCs. So what's a PLC that hasn't been violated? This one down here, okay? So if price ever comes down to this line, right? These are where the buyers are sitting at. The buyers are sitting on these zones here down here. Really, I've told Seb, this is just like supply and demand on steroids. That's what it is really, because it's levels. So this market should go up somewhere in this area here, based on this area right here, right in this area right here, based on the area right there. It should go up because it's exhausted. So that's a PLC. Now PLCs get violated, right? Because it starts off, and then this perfect example, price comes to hit it. So if you look at any of these PLCs that got printed, you'll see that over and over and over again. That's the first thing I said. I wanted to see what the hell is a naked PLC is one that has not been hit yet. Okay, that makes sense. So naked PLC. Oh,
Jay,
yeah.
bro, I don't even have to talk, bro. You just doing it. Good job, bro.
Right. So yeah. So chime in, man, if I'm missing something, man. But this is what I'm seeing.
Nah,
I
you
see
doing good.
naked is untouched. So think of it like I hate to be weird with it, but check it. Let me see if I break it down. Let's say, okay, check this out. Let's say you got a dude here, right? You got a dude. Where's the dude at? I had a dude here somewhere. Where's my dude
Over
at?
to your, like 3 over to your right on the top, 4 over.
Oh, here's a dude. Here's a dude right. I mean, think,
Shit.
you know what? We can get really. Let's go. Here's the brother, right? Here's the brother,
Yeah.
right? The brother's here. The brother right there. That's the brother, right? All right. So where the cops at? The brother's on the block right here, right? And the brother is trying to get over here, right? Right. So he trying to get on this line here. So he has to travel all the way up here, all the way down here to get this line here, right? So the thing is that if it's naked because it hasn't been contacted yet, he hasn't had touch, he hasn't talked about it yet, he hasn't seen it, right? So it gets violated when Price touches it or comes in contact with it, as he comes contact right here, right? Right in the line, right in this area right here.
Hey, Jay, can I just say something?
Yeah.
So now, if you look at a naked POC that was touched today, right? And then you look at the TPO that was developed, you see that the volume was pushing up extremely aggressively, right? So you know they're going to protect that naked POC when it gets touched. And that's the reason it bounced today
Yeah.
when it touched that. And it's still bouncing. It's
Yeah, it
still
is.
going up.
See, it's touched twice. Right here.
How many pips is that? Probably like 200.
Here, 200 maybe. This
Like
was
200
insane.
pips.
Yeah, 200 pips. Yeah.
So if you waited and be like, you know what, let me be patient. I'm gonna wait for the naked POC. Boom, you just hit 200 pips.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't make it's that easy.
Yeah. That
Well,
makes sense.
I got a question because it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. So I don't understand why that's not violated over further when it began, because we got candles that have touched that like 2-3 times.
You don't touch it in the
Why
beginning.
isn't it by?
You don't beginning when you give it a day. Think of it that way.
Oh, okay. All
So
right, that's what I needed to know.
so thinking he
Okay.
has to come over here and then you start counting.
Okay, that
Right.
makes sense. Because I'm like, that seems like it's violated already.
Right.
But if
So,
No.
so basically,
You don't count the developing day.
right.
so don't count the developing day.
So
Okay.
basically, my man got out and he's over here now. So this is all developing. It's like a newborn. You don't touch the newborn until and then it starts up at 6. You see?
So if basically if we look at this new one that's forming right now,
Right.
right,
Right.
we're not gonna count any touches on that, and
Until
we'll see what happens tomorrow.
tomorrow, right?
And then basically from there, then we look at what's naked and what's been violated or not.
Right.
So, I
Right.
mean, you
Okay.
could tell where the naked is at. It's on top and on the bottom.
All right. So check this out. You see the little orange one that's forming?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna come in here and put a 6 o'clock one tomorrow, 6 o'clock p.m. the 14th, right?
Yeah.
So boom, right here. So this guy got to do some stuff. I don't talk to him until when he crosses the finish line over here. Then we work with him. You follow?
Okay. That makes sense.
So this
Okay.
see it's forming. So you could put one here like this. Will it stay on this line right here? I don't know. But this is a possible forming PLC. See, point of control. So it's We don't worry about it because it's still fresh. Okay? So that's a POC. That's a naked POC. Well, remember, the naked ones haven't been touched, but you can go back and back test and see the ones that have been touched. Look at this one here. This one. This is when did this POC start? When this, I'm looking at this one right here. See that one right there? When this one start? On the 5th, right? And when did it get violated? Here, right? See that? Can you see that?
Say that one more time.
Okay, so when did this POC and this area start?
At 6 o'clock.
On the 5th, right?
Yeah, on the
And
5th.
how long does it
Right.
take to get violated? Right here, right?
Almost 2 days.
Right. You can see where
Right.
you can see where the green touched the wick, right? Here?
Right.
Okay. That means this is done. Remember? One whole day. And next day, now we count it here. So what did price do? Let's look at this for a second. Look how you could have got this trade. Look how you could have gangster this trade. Check this out. All right. So let's say you're chilling at 6, right? And you're doing London, I mean Asia. So what happens? Price comes. I mean, you can take the thing off and see. See that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what the candles are. See what the candles are? So we don't want to get twisted by the volume. This is the volume in here. The volume is the peaks, right? Where's the high volume? Here. Peaks are, right? Right through this line here. That's where price tends to gravitate towards. And what did it do? It went here, went up, came down, went up, and came here. Then what happened? What time was that? What time was that? What time does it hit?
I don't know what you got your thing set to, but it says 12:30.
12:30, September 7th. So once this came here, you could have gotten a trade going up this way. See that?
Mm-hmm.
Right in here. But if you would have been on the charts, you'd have been known that this was bullish, right? Because
Right.
at 8, 9:30, the ADD was saying it was bullish. You see that? You'd have been known. Because at 8:30, you would have had a trend this way. You would have been known that this was bullish. But if you didn't do anything else but trade the Spaceman and came in at 12:30, you could have got a trade right here, from here to here, right? And then what happened? They consolidated. See that? Because this is the end of the day, right? Consolidated right on the main Asian session here for the next level session. See that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's look at this PLC. This PLC here is what? Started on the 7th, right? Remember, we don't count the day. That's the full day here, right? Full day. So then this PLC here is continuing. When did they get violated? When candles touch it, right?
Today.
So today, right? So let me show you something real quick. Let me show you how I was able to call this trade today. All right. So I was on a call yesterday with someone, and there's something called single print. To me, single print is like this. It's the level. Really, the blue line here that creates. I meant to ask say about this. When you see a red box here, what does that mean? That's that low volume, or what does that mean versus a blue one, and you get a gray
So
box?
that basically means a poor high or a poor low. Meaning it's not complete.
Okay. I've seen a couple of.
Basically, markets like to feel that.
Okay, so this looks so. Whenever I see this here versus this. Okay, so well, let me just does anybody have a question on PLCs? Point of control. Basically, it starts off at 6, and it runs a course. That's where most orders are gravitate towards, and then it gets violated when price hits it. That's just a level that you need to be wary of. Then you got these fingerprints, which to me, if you see a light blue on the side there, then it's a level, right? The level. So let me go over before I go over this here. Let me go over 'cause I'm trying to break this down the best I can here, man. All right, so let's go to we went to
So
um
fingerprints are basically like fair value gaps, but it's reliable. That's the difference.
okay, does that make sense? Everybody see that?
Can you elaborate on that, Seth?
All right, so basically, the fingerprints are areas of basically no trading happen in a short time. Because what happened is we're using TPO, same thing like volume profile. You notice how there's areas where there's like little no volume at all.
Hmm.
That's basically like fingerprints. So it's just areas where there's like no volume, but instead of volume, it's time. Time is because the markets they don't care about volume. What they want is how long can they stay in an area for transactions. So markets don't like areas where there's no transactions. That's why
So
when he
it
says
basically would need to cover that area, and then is that what you're saying? It would need to cover that area.
so what I'm saying is like that big drop, right? I was trying to
Uh-huh.
short that single print. I was trying to short it. But I had like I started with that $360 to 5K challenge, but I got margin call, so I got
Mm.
stopped out. But I was shorting it the whole day because I knew it was going to drop. Because markets don't like areas where there's no transactions. They want to go to places where there've been participation. It's like like think it this way, right? The mall is kind of slow on Mondays, but on Friday and Saturday and Sunday it's busy, right?
Right.
That's how the markets work. So a single print basically means areas where there is little transactions, and that's called single print.
And that's always identified as that little blue line
Yes.
at the top of the volume,
Correct.
correct?
Like
Okay.
as you can see right here, like you see how you got that big block of blue when the news came out, it dropped so fast that a lot of people didn't have time to do transactions. So you had that naked POC. It has one, two, and three naked POCs, but it didn't give it opportunities to do transactions because of the news. So a lot of people are short right now. It's called like they got caught unexpectedly. So you got one, two, and three TPOs that is still waiting to sell their positions.
Explain to them what a TPO is.
Okay, a TPO is just like volume profile, like uh, but it's time based.
So
The
where
only
do you see this on the chart?
correct the body. When you see the body, it looks like volume, but it's not. It's basically transactions. But do you got the TPO in Spaceman? Maybe they need to see the letters, or you could go.
Nah,
Oh,
I don't have I don't have it like that. But what I wanted to
okay,
show
then
them,
just Google TPO market profile, and they show you the letters.
yeah. But
Maybe that's what.
so I mean, I get all that, but like I'm trying to ghetto this, break this down ghetto style,
Okay, go ahead, go
streetwise.
ahead.
No, but I'm saying what you're saying is good because that's all the jargon. I don't want. I mean, so when I look at the jargon, I'm like, I don't want to hear all that. Not saying for you. I'm just saying, okay, how do we get this to a street? How do we break this down street level so the cats on the corner can get this? Because
Yeah.
we can say this is this is uptown. We want to go downtown. We're trying to go down to Harlem River. So my thing is, there's a brother on the corner that's selling rocks, right? I wanna help him get off the corner and get on, because there's hustlers that probably know this stuff better than I do. They're street hustlers, but once they learn how to look at the charts, everything else, then they'll know how to do things. That's just a a scenario, whatever. But my big thing is like um the little blue line right here. See, I'm color coded. I see stuff. I see a little red line here, so you can see there's going to be some that have a blue line here. See that right there? So what I always
Mm-hmm.
do is just look. It's like street signs, right? Remember you get the railroad sign?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna tell a dumb story. You know how many dumb people in Florida will drive? You know how you get a long you get a long line, you wait in the light, and how many people you seen will stop on the railroad tracks? How many people you seen do that?
Yeah, Helen.
You seen a lot of people do that, right? A lot of people. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know where y'all from, but a lot of people in Florida will stop on a railroad track. There's signs that say "Don't stop on a railroad track." How dumb you got to be to stop on a railroad track versus just wait, until the cars go by? Because how many stories have you seen that people's cars have been hit by trains? Look it up. That's dumb, right? For you to stop on the railroad tracks is dumb. So think of this as signs, like my man Seb say, street signs, right? So if I come back over here and look, what do you notice when you see a red box on the volume versus a blue box? What do you notice?
Red box, it fills. Blue box, it sells off.
Okay, but besides that, you're gonna look deeper into this. So this is where you have to put on your thinking cap. You got to put your research cap on and look between the lines. It's like this is like um when you're looking at charts. You got to look. You know them dudes that say the hypnotizers. They say stare deeply in my eyes. Gaze my eyes. That type of thing. This is what
And
we
then
got to
the
look to
red
see.
ones don't have no gray
Okay, repeat that
area
again.
either.
Repeat that
The
again. I
red,
want. Yeah, say that again.
the red ones don't got no gray box attached to it.
Okay, so what does that mean? What are you seeing? Let me break it down. Let me open up. So I want you to look, stop, look, and listen. That's what they say when you cross the road tracks. Break this down. You're right. The blue got a little gray
uh,
box and the orange don't,
yeah, and
right?
no, and I don't know why.
Okay, so that we need to investigate that. That's how we investigate things. I don't wait for no one to tell me why. I've investigated. I don't want to. I don't want somebody telling me, "Hey, this is the way it is because this." No, there is a reason for this stuff, right? So red, no gray box, right?
Right. I don't know why.
And blue, right, is what? Blue box, right? Okay. If everyone understands that, that's a simple concept. All you gotta do is look. You ain't gotta ask no questions. You ain't gotta. It's not rocket scientist. You ain't gotta go pay somebody $1,000. It's basic, right? Basic using your eyes to see, right? So, but the question is why? Okay, why is that? Right? So why is that?
that's a good question.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So, just looking at this, who can? There's no wrong or right answer. We're just looking, right?
So
This,
basically, a red box is not single prints. That's what's called pull high or pull low. There's no single prints on it.
And
It's
that's the
just
one that you
having
said that the market likes to fill, right?
correct. It likes to fill the red boxes. They're trying to correct it. As you can see, the next day it popped over the red and it corrected that fill.
all right. So here's a blue box here, right? And it created a gray little box here, right?
Mhm.
That's like a support zone, right? If you take off the indicator, right? Because there's no candles there, right? It
Correct.
just started here. So what happened to this gray box? It got formed, right? So what's the first time it hit? The candle hit. Where'd it come into the neighborhood? Right here, right?
Yeah, it's like 10:30. Can't tell.
Okay. Right here, right?
Yeah, 10:30.
Right. So then how long did it take for price to come back to that level? That's the key. That's what you want to look for. Now we're smoking, right? It hit here, right? And then it goes, how long it take to get back to that level?
Back to which level? The red box on the next.
This gray level right here, right in here. This.
I'm sorry, I'm confused. Are you saying how long did it take to get to the red box, to the red on the top of the
This gray
next?
level, this little gray box right here.
Yeah,
Right. How long did it take price to come back into this zone here? That's a zone, right?
oh, I see what you're
You see what I'm
saying.
saying?
About like
Wait.
4 days or so.
Yeah,
Right. You see it way over here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody see that? If you don't see it, you gotta tell me.
yeah, no, I agree.
Okay. You about to see that, right? So then,
It took 5 days.
okay, then what happened to the gray box?
It
It
disappeared.
went away.
It ran away, right? Do you see that? Just like the PLC,
Yeah.
right? It started here, it went all the way over here, and it stopped. Then what happened to price?
It basically used that as like a support.
And then what happened?
It created a PLC.
And then what happened?
And it
And then
bounced.
price went
It
up.
bounced
You gotta
up.
see this. Say that again. Whoever said that again, you have to see this. You have to repeat this into your brain a million times, like your brain on drugs, right? You see this here? Look at this. Okay, so let's break it down again, because you have to break it down, 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 break it down. You have to see it to believe it, like Houdini, right? All right, so it started here, right? Boom, right here, 6 o'clock. That was on September 1st, and went all the way over here and stopped right here. Where did it stop? Where that green candle hit right there. See that right here? That's 8 days, right? 8 days. Then what happened? The next day, the single print stopped here, right? And look at this. This single print is right in the neighborhood of this gray box here, right? And price went up. What time?
9:30.
And what do you see? What indicator do we use at 9:30?
ADD.
Internals.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. And look what the 80 is. 80 is above 1800.
So it's bullish.
If no one caught this trade using the Spaceman, they need to stop trading. They seriously do once they start using it. But I missed one of the rules I created. Was it not? Look at this.
Good job.
See this here?
Yeah,
These
that
rules are
makes sense.
legit. Now,
That makes sense.
I said 1B. What was it? 1A? I wrote it right here. If the 80 opens up above 1800, stays above 1800, then there's a bullish day, 80%. Look at this. Bullish day.
Good job.
This here, you can't lose. All them trades I've been winning is because of these rules that I gotta be looking at. So everybody see that? It started here, it went all the way over here. That's like a zone, right? And what happened? Price took what? Look how it consolidated on that PLC, then shot up. And look, then it kept going up, right? Everybody see that?
Yeah,
Okay, you see that, right? Okay.
yeah.
I think my man's the only one saying, yeah, who else is on here? Either you're lost in the sauce or you're just chilling. You got to say something. You can't be on these Zooms not saying nothing. You can put a 1 in the chat, 2 in the chat, say, yo, peace, my man, whatever. You got to say something. There's no more quiet people on these Zooms no more.
You're killing it. You're killing it, brother.
Or I'm not doing it no more. I know that's kind of threatening, but You got to talk, man. I'm serious. Or I'm just gonna go ghost, and just I'm gonna come back one day and post $1 million
I'm not mad
trade.
at you. $1
I,
million day.
I appreciate
Yeah.
it
So
though.
now people
Seriously.
talking, right? So let's talk, because some of them zooms are beyond the mic is muted. They don't even let the people talk. I'm like, they just be talking junk. I'm like, I can't. I got to ask questions. Then you got like a gazillion. That's cool. If you're at work, that's cool. But you could chat though. You can chat or you can talk. That's what you want. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so that makes sense.
Good job.
Yeah.
So that's POC, right? Okay, now let me show you how I called this trade today. Look at this. What's this rule here? This how many people heard of a 3-day rise, 3-day and a drop, or a 3-day drop and rise? How many people heard about that? I know you are. I know you had heard about this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So okay, so
And you even had that in your rules that if it was up over a certain amount of days, like above like 2 days above 1800, something there's
Right.
something like that you have in there.
So let's see. You all agree that this thing been bullish for a couple of days, right? Remember, each one of these volumes is a day, right? How long it been bullish? Oh, that's cool. You can chat. That's fine. So I must be tripping. This is how I trade. I gotta be wild with this thing, because this thing will burn you, man. You get burned by knobs if you're not gangster with this stuff, man. You gotta be gangster, man. You can't come in here walking on your toes, man. If you're not gangster with this, you need to get burned. So how many days was this? How many days was this bullish today? 1, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 4 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let me show you what I did. Yesterday I was on a call and I boxed this little zone here up. And I said that price was gonna crash, but it didn't. What did it do? It broke the little level here and kept going right to up here, right? So yesterday I drew out zones. I said price is gonna it's gonna come here. That's target 1. This is before yesterday. This was yesterday. Last night I was on the call and I did this. Target 2 is gonna be here, right? These PLCs were naked. I said target 3 is gonna be okay. Well, before I even do that, watch this. Before I even do that, hold on. I want to identify all the past single prints and all the past. I'm gonna keep that level there. All right.
Well,
So
see, John, can I
go ahead.
interrupt real quick, man?
Go ahead.
So with just me just listening to this real quick, right? So from what Seb basically said that the red lines are low volume, but basically they're pull highs or pull lows, and the market likes to fill them. So if we look, you had a single print from the like 2 single prints on the day
Mhm.
before. Then you had a red one.
Mhm.
So then that red would need to be filled, and then
Mhm.
you got that single print, and
Mhm.
then basically that should be an indication that it's gonna sell off.
Okay. Say that
Am I
again.
tripping?
Say it again.
All right.
So you gotta understand that single print that was developed to date does not count. So you know.
And why is that? I'm not. Why is that?
Because it's being developed.
Okay, so basically, you saying we wouldn't see it
No, you
until
see
after
it.
the fact.
I'm saying you see it, but you don't use those signals. You only use past history data to
Okay,
trade off.
okay, that makes sense.
Okay. So you see why I say that? Look at the gray box. You see this gray box here?
Mm-hmm.
What do you notice here in this area right here? It hit once here, right?
Yeah, it hit once in reverse.
Okay. Right. But you don't use this as saying, oh, let me jump in the market. When price comes back up here, then that's a selling point. You see? If price comes
Correct.
back up to this point, that's gonna crash. That's the whole goal. That's the idea. And you see, you got this long orange line here, and you got this gray box here, right?
Correct.
So if price comes up here, this is a nice area for it to reverse. If it doesn't break and close above these areas here, because sometimes it will close above and keep on going, but this is a spicy area because it's possible. It's a strong possibility it could reverse there. I like my chances of price coming up here and me taking a sell down.
That naked POC too.
Yeah, both of these. But you know what this is like? It's like a zone, right? Right? See this? Is that like a zone?
Yes.
When you see that's like a zone, right? What if you didn't have a PLC? What if you have a six-man master? That's a zone, right? That's a sell zone, right? That's a sell zone to me. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah. That'd be just like we drawing zones on trading view,
Right.
like we do on the higher time frame.
Right. What I'm saying is that it's on steroids. You follow what I'm saying?
Correct.
Okay. So let me go back. I'm just trying to break this down. So don't let me go ahead without asking questions. You follow what I'm saying? If you don't understand something, you have to say, I don't understand something. Or then you're wasting your time being on the Zoom. I mean, even if it's like, if you got to chat, that's fine. Chatting is cool. But if you don't say something, then I
Yeah, you
assume you
guys should
understand.
definitely. You
If you
guys should definitely copy uh Jay's rules.
you have to
Like,
ask questions. If you don't ask questions on this Zoom, then you're wasting your time. I'm wasting my time. I'm going to jump off this Zoom because you're not asking questions. You have to
yeah.
ask questions. Okay, so if I ask a question, I say, what the hell is a PLC? Someone should be able to tell me what that is. If you don't know, then say I don't know, and then we go over it again. We go over it
Yeah.
again until it enters your brain. It has to get inside your brain. It has to get inside your brain. This is what this is all about. Okay, so let me go back to this again. Does everyone understand what we've been talking about since I've been on the Zoom about PLCs? Okay, so this guy's saying, so you're saying that drop that happened after 4 days of not being bullish, so that's like a rule and happens the same way when we have 4 bearish days. That's not just 4. You got to remember, if you have more than 2 or 3, 4 bearish days or bullish days, what's going to happen? A sell is going to come because the damn thing is way oversold, overbought, right? If you look at RSI, the RSI is probably on 100, right? So, and that's the rule I've seen. I back tested this, so we can back test this till we blue in the face, right? Let's call it 3-day rise. You're right about that. By the way, 3-day rise, drop, right? So basically, what I'm saying is that that's market structure. That's price action, right? It's. Let me show you what it is. 3-day. Let's say 1, right? 1, and then what? Hold on. Let me see. Let me just go over here. All right, check this out. Right, bullish, and then what? Pullback, right? Bullish, pullback, right? Bullish, pullback. Bullish. What kind of trend is this?
Uptrend.
I see that. That's uptrend, right? What's this say here?
I
Uptrend.
just want to say something. The TPO shows you that we're in an uptrend too. They overlap each other. You see that?
Okay, so where's this on this chart? I want to see it. So you said TPOs are showing us the uptrend. Where do I see it on the chart? Like,
Yeah, when you see the structure, how they go up like stairs. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
oh, you mean
days.
this here? You mean like this one, two, like
Yeah, he's
this?
saying
Yeah.
that they're higher than each other. That makes
Okay,
sense.
that makes sense,
Yeah,
right? That's an uptrend. Okay.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got that. So if you have uptrends here, what's going to happen? It's going to crash, right? Right?
Yeah.
And what's this over here? Look at this. What do you got this? Down, retracement, down, retracement. What's happening on this one here? What's this?
Shoot down.
Downtrend.
Okay, so what happens after you have 2 or 3, 4 days of downtrend? It's oversold.
It's gonna go. Yeah, so
It's going to go back up
pop
at some
up.
point. You just got to be ready for it. Now, does that make sense? That's why I created this rule here. If you have 2 or more days of sales coming, you have 2 or more days of buys coming, you should be looking for that. That's automatic. You ain't got to have no, that's price action all day, every day, all day, every day. It's like what I call ADE, all day, every day, every day. So You know, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So
Hey, Jake, can you explain the single print again? You said like for the new ones, you don't rely on the new single. Like let's say for tomorrow, if there's a single print, just a random example, you can't rely on those ones. You can only rely on the past single prints. Is that what you said?
when I said
So basically how it happened is the TPO that is being developed for that same day is still in development. Just because
Right.
it prints a single print, maybe 5 minutes later, that single print ain't gonna be there because
Oh,
it's
yeah, that
being
makes sense.
developed.
Okay, gotcha.
So once the whole day it's like having a baby, right? It takes 9 months to have a baby. Boom, pop, baby come out. Same thing with TPO. Let the TPO develop for the day, and then you could use it the next day when it's born.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Gotcha.
okay, so we all know what PLCs are, and we all know what um point of controls are. I mean, excuse me, the single prints, right? Does anybody need to explain again? Who's lost? Who's with me? Who's in between? Who's totally like I got it? Who's clueless? You don't know
So,
now. Go.
so I just want to say something, right? The reason that I use it and and Jay use it is because markets don't care about volume; they care about time. When the stock market was created, it was created by time and cells. Time and cells. Like you ever heard of like the level 3 and time and cells? It doesn't say volume and cells, it's time and cells. TPO is developed the same way. That's why we use TPO because it's more accurate, it's more powerful. If if TPO wasn't accurate, then we'll use the volume profile because it's free in TradingView.
It is, but the one in
But
trading view is not like this one.
correct, so we're not using that. We're using TPO, time based uh, market profile, and that's why Jay be killing it. He be killing it. Good job, Jay.
I'm just using what they give you, man. All right,
Yeah.
so does everybody understand that? Everybody
Yeah, that
understand?
makes sense. But to see,
Right.
there's one thing I noticed that there's like single prints on the top and the bottom.
Mhm.
What's the differentiation between those two?
One's a sell and one's a buy limit. One's a sell zone and one's a buy zone. So let's take a
Yeah.
look at that. Let's look at that for a second. Check this out. That's a good question. Good question. All right. So I'm coming. That's a good question. See, that's what I'm talking about. You gotta ask questions like that. All right. So check it out. Boom. I'm gonna put a here's a one out here, right here, boom, right here, right? And this one here, this single print down here is on the bottom, right? Right here.
Yeah.
See that? Okay. So now you got a gray box. Walk me through this. What happened? Okay. So price comes here, and that's the first touch, right? But it's not violated yet, right? When does it get violated? When it comes back into the area, right?
Correct.
So it needs to come, not touch. You see how we tested it? What's the difference between this candle, this red candle that touched, and this green one over here that's not in the zone? You see that? You see how it came in the
See,
zone?
it's really weird. It came the next day. It came down in there, but then it looks like there's another blue single print on the next day. Am I
Right,
tripping?
next day, right,
Yeah.
right. It's a tiny one. You see it?
Yeah.
Tiny one. Look at the. Okay, so look at the the Okay, that's a good point. So now you're getting deep now. See, now you're getting deep. All right. What's the difference between this single print and this single print? And what's the difference between this one here? There's a difference between these three single prints right here. But these two, what's the difference between these two?
All right. So the difference is the one on the left hand side is it's bigger fingerprint. It has a bigger selling tail or buying tail than that one on the right. That's the difference. So when you see a big, when you see like that, like on the left hand side, you see a lot of blue, like a
Mhm.
buying. That's called a buying tail. That means when it touches again, there's a lot of buying in that location. As you can see on the candles, when it dropped to that location, it popped up real quick. So it only stayed there
Okay.
for like a little bit.
Okay.
It's so it's a buy zone or a buying tail.
So watch this. Watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna play it, okay? All right. So watch this. Okay, you know what? Before I do that, where's it at? Here, right? Okay, so watch this. The hand is quicker than the eye, right? Watch this. We'll put one here, right? That's where it started, right? So watch what happens when price. You get a watch. Remember, the hand is quicker than the eye. All right. So watch. I'm gonna put a thing here, right? This is so beautiful about trading. If you can replay it. Now watch this. Boom.
Like if you stop right there for a second, you see how perfect that was. And it hit the naked POC and it dropped again. You see that? You saw that, Jay?
I'm seeing it, but it's whoever else is seeing it. I see that. I already know.
Oof. That was
Now
two plays you could have had.
rewind that again.
Okay.
So
So
you could have had
Yeah.
that single print, right? And the naked POC. It was perfect. Oh my god, that was so perfect.
okay, I'm gonna
Good
go back.
job.
All right. So let's watch it again. Watch this again. So I'm here, right there, right? So this is where price went up here, right? Here? Actually, no. It started going up around here, right? Around here?
Yeah, right there,
Right here.
right there. When it just opened and then it hit it.
All right, so watch this. These are two lines you want to be looking at. I'm not gonna speed this up. Here. All right. Speed up a little bit. So I go fast. All right, watch this. See the lines there? All right, watch this.
So you see how it created that a naked POC?
On the bottom.
No, no, in the middle.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna stop right there. What do you notice right now?
You have two naked POCs.
All right, everybody see that?
One on the top, one on the top, one on the bottom, right?
Say it again. You got to watch. You got to look at the chart and see what is this. What is it saying? You have one naked PLC on the top, one naked on the bottom, right?
Correct.
And you
Yep.
see
And then
one,
there's one that's forming in the middle, right?
a baby.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, watch this. Okay, what do you notice now?
It touched the bottom and then it broke it. So it stopped.
It stops. See that? See it stops? Remember, you
Yeah.
told me there was a naked one on top and bottom, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
This stopped. This violation is done. Okay,
Okay.
moving on. Okay, look where it bounced. It bounced off that. Did it touch the PLC?
No.
No.
but I just want to show just stop for a second. So you see how it violated that naked POC?
Here.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it
correct.
violated the naked one, but the new one is still forming.
Yes, but like the middle one that was violated, it was
Uh,
still using selling point on that naked POC, and it dropped. You see that? It's not
is that
naked.
why those what those blue dots mean?
No, that's initial balance. That's something else.
Okay.
That's something else I have to teach.
This
But
is-
that naked POC, right? Just want to say, right? It been violated, it disappeared, and the yellow line doesn't continue. But when it went back to that area, guess what happened? There was still people there that needed to sell, and it sold back down, as you can see. So if you draw a line there that disappeared, draw a line there, you will see it landed perfectly.
This one here, I mean. That.
Correct. You see that?
Mm,
Ooh,
yeah.
what I'm talking about?
Okay.
So just be aware, just because it been violated and it goes back up there real quick, there might be some sellers there still. Just be aware of that, you know? That's what I want to say.
So we keep going.
Yeah.
All right, now look, watch this here. You see what happened there?
Yep.
It took the other one out, remember? You started, you had one that was on top, one on the bottom, and took both of them out. And now, what do you notice about the gray box? The gray box has stopped. Why has it stopped?
Is it being filled?
Because it went in there more than once.
Right. The first one was here, right? That's the first knock on the door. The second knock on the door means he's done, right?
Which would have been right before 6.
Right. So
the
now the
next
market
day?
goes up. So once this box is filled, if it breaks above the box, this is where you can get into your trades on another day. That's 9 o'clock at night, right? And then went up. Right? See that?
Damn, that's
Oh.
dope.
So this is an area that you could have got in right here. This ain't got nothing to do with no ADD in New York right here. Right there, right?
Yeah.
So if you can't trade New York, you could have traded this right here. Right in here, right?
Correct.
So then what I do is I just draw a trend line to the sky. Like that, right? And you could have got in right here. This is entry. This is a buy zone right here. That's 8:30 at night. And boom. Right? Now look what you see. What the
It's
ADD
going
doing?
to the
Now the
next
ADD
naked.
is coming here. Telling you, look at this. Right? The ADD is
Oh,
going
so now that's what, 9:30 in the morning?
right. So you see it is bullish. So what kind of connection is this?
What did you say?
One, I got
Kind of
one
what
here.
is that?
What kind of train connection is this? Man, I be breaking this stuff down, man. Y'all don't even know. I be giving you the game, dog. If I was a dealer, I'd have been paid right now, right?
That's right.
I'd say
Yes.
it's a 2. It's a 2.
What is this here? What kind of, you see what I'm talking about?
It's a 2, right?
Right. London train, New York train, bullish, right? You gotta see that, right? What's London all in here, right?
Yeah.
It did below the trend line, but remember, I just drew this trend line out of nowhere. I just drew it, right? I don't know what it's gonna be, but you see it's London, New York train to the moon, right? Y'all see
Good
that?
job, bro.
See that?
Yeah.
All right, now watch. See what happened here? What happened here?
Violated.
Violet right here. See where it touched? Okay.
Yeah.
So you're thinking, oh, if it comes here, it should shoot back down, right? So if you're here, there's two directions it could go. It could go down here,
No, but it's a but if you look at ADD, you should you almost at 2,000.
Okay,
What's your market internals at?
it's going up. It's about 1220.
Oh, it's 12.
Okay, so this is the movement it could go, right? Do we know which way it's gonna go? No. So we just play it. But by this time you'd have been in the trade. They bounce right here. 830, you'd have been bullish. This is all you need right here. I got this. I got all this. That's 1,800 pips, man. You good. You're done. Right to the PLC. Look at that. You mean tell me you wouldn't take that? You seen what happened when you slap
Yeah,
we slapped 1-2 lots on there.
yeah.
Come on, man. I don't think y'all feeling this, dog. Y'all ain't feeling it. If y'all ain't feeling this, man, y'all ain't gonna get paid, dog.
You know what's crazy? I'd be scalping.
This is scalp here. Look at this.
Yeah.
And look, you know what's so tight? What it mean when you say multi-time frame analysis? What that mean? Who knows what that means? Who knows
That
what that
Wanna
means
means?
be
looking at your higher time frames and going down.
Okay. How many people understand that? What my man said. How many people understand that? Who understands that?
so
Right.
basically you have an anchor chart and a lower time frame, and you're using the anchor chart to push your lower time frame buyers.
I
That's
know.
multi time frame.
I know people. You know, you can do the double window. I get it.
Yeah.
That's all good. All right. So which way it's gonna go? Let's watch. Look at that. See what's happening here. Take this one out, right? See that?
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
And market internals told you to keep going.
Right. See? You see that little blue line? See, I got established there.
Yep.
And see, there's a new one forming, a new day, right? A new PLC. That PLC got validated here, right? So let's see what happens. So it's coming back to my trend line, right? So that's the trend line. So this is the ADD, right? By that time you're done. It's what 1 o'clock. You should be able to trade. You shouldn't be
I
trading.
just want to I just want to say something. So that naked POC that was disappeared in the middle where you drew the lines, the arrows,
Yeah, this one here.
draw a line straight.
It
No,
basically made one. It
across.
basically made one at the same level.
Like in
Am
the
I tripping?
middle, you see how it protected it to the upside? That yellow line, if it went straight and was not touched, it bounced off those two that POC from the past 3 days ago.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying the one that was violated the prior day.
Correct.
That basically if you continued out, it would touch his trend line going up.
Okay, let's see.
Correct. So
It's
you
the one
have
that ended right before, John, on the day before.
This one here.
No, the one
no,
beneath it.
The middle one below
This
that
one.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see how the
Yeah.
candles keep bouncing off of it the next day.
So what you can do is you can draw a line here to extend it. Here, watch like this. See? Look at that.
yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, right there, boom. Because don't forget, just because it's not drawing forward, there's still a lot of people that traded in that area. So there's still a chance where it might bounce off in that area. So it's just good to know. Maybe put like a white line, so then you kind of understand which one is naked PLC and which one isn't. Just just to be safe.
That
You
makes
know.
sense.
Okay, so that's a good point. So now let's see what happens. What do you see now? This is the what day? This is the 8th. I got 5 more days to go. What are you seeing here? What do you notice? What do you notice in this area? I could tell you 5 things right now in this area. What can you say?
We're close to a selling point, and ADD yesterday was choppy, a little bit, a little bullish.
Okay, so let's look at this for a second. Watch this. What do you notice right now? Heading to a single print area, right?
Correct.
A gray box, right? What else do you notice? Our end means right now.
That you've been on an uptrend for like what, 2 days, 3 days?
Okay. You see
I
what I'm, you
can't
see what
tell
I'm,
from it.
right, you're right. But see what this
Yeah.
is? You know what this goes? You know where this goes? Guess where this goes?
What do you mean?
Telling you gotta understand, people
Yeah,
they be tripping, man. You gotta let people know,
yeah,
man. In your
yeah,
motherfucking journal.
yeah.
People like, this guy's hardcore, man. He be screaming, yelling. I don't give a fuck. Look at this. Okay, everybody reading the chat?
Yeah, you're killing it, bro.
Okay, so what else we notice? So what the rules say? Boom,
2 days.
right?
Yep.
Okay. Don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. Okay, see this little gray box up here? Look at that,
Yep.
man. This is a sell zone, dog. Watch this. And it might not, it's coming. Do I know it's coming? I said, Jay say it's coming tomorrow. It don't come. Like the mail don't come, right? Sell is coming. That means you about to get this fat package from mama. You just don't want it coming, right? Boom. All right, so now let's go. Remember, I'm only on the 8th, right? Check this out. And what happens if price comes in here? Has it been in this gray box already?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nope.
VDM.
No.
It has.
yeah.
Here,
Just
here,
yeah,
Yeah.
right? You
Yeah,
agree,
I
right?
think that's
yeah,
the one that developed it.
This one, right? See that
yeah.
little area?
Correct.
You see this one here?
Yeah,
Look,
it
look at
is.
this. This single print right here, right? And my
Right.
man touched it, and the box is still going. The box is still going, right?
So if it touches it the second time, it should
Oh,
stop.
watch. Exactly. If it does that, it's game time. Watch this. Let's see. See, it's not, you see where it is? It's not in the box yet. You see? So your boy is still, he's still, is another baby one performing, right? Let's see what you got. Boom. Look at this. Okay, so it stopped here, right? See that? Everybody see that?
Hmm.
Stop
Yeah.
right here. All right. It doesn't mean the sale's coming. It doesn't mean it's going to just drop from the sky right now. It's like, oh, I'm gonna jump in the sale and drop. No, you're gonna get burned. You'll get burned if you just like, oh, Jay said 2 days in a row, I'm gonna jump in the sale, and then you're mad at me. I'm like, nope, you get burned. I didn't tell you sell,
Yeah.
but it's coming. This is violet here, right? This gray box is violet, right? It's coming.
Yeah,
If
it's violated, but the thing is that you still got the, what do you call it? You got the red line right there. It has to
right,
fill that too, right?
right. So let's see. Okay, you made that point earlier. So let's see. Let's see. So it's gonna break above, right? Which is gonna do. Okay, this one's taken out. See this one? Now it's a blue one.
Yeah,
See that? Now it's blue
yeah.
now. It's blue now. Okay. This thing's violet. The top one's violet too. Right? How many days is this rise?
3.
3 days.
1, 2, 3. 3 days. 3 days. 3 days. So 3 days you've been on the uptrend, right? No. Okay. Okay. Now it's going up in here. It's messing with these jokers, right? Right. 3 days, right? Boom. Look at that. This is okay. You see what I'm doing here? This is why I took the sell today. This is why I knew it was going to sell today. I said it was going to sell yesterday. It didn't because of the red box. Look at this. Remember, this is my little zone I drew here. Remember, before CPI.
Yep.
There's my. How many days is this now? 4 days. Right. Okay. Now remember, I said earlier. I said that it was going to take these levels out. Look at this. See, look at that. It's a red box right there. See the little red box? So I need a blue box and it's going to drop. Look at that.
Wow.
Look at that. And look at that. I called, like I said yesterday, I said on a call, I said this is target 1, right? Target 2 is down here, right here. This little line here. You can stand over it. They got smashed. So let me go back. You have previous single points that got smacked, right? This one got smacked. These are targets. This one got smacked. This one got smacked. Right? Look at those, right? There's another one here got smacked. These are previous. Look, this one got smacked. Right? Look at that, man. This is CPI. That's why I knew it was going to sell. That's why I jumped into sell there. And look at the ADD. Come on, man. Look at the ADD. The ADD is below 1800. That's a bearish day.
Where was your entry after trend line break? You remember?
I think it's 12,670 is what you said earlier today.
12,670. Yeah, 12,670. So look what I did here. Look where I got in at. 12,670. Look where I got in at. Look where I got in at. I got in this long candle. I got in here. And I wrote that bitch all the way down. Imagine if I'd have got in here someplace. I didn't. I got in here. I joined the party here, and I had another entry someplace in there. That's gangster, dog. That's gangster, bro. That's gangster. That's gangster, man. That's gangster, man. Come on, man. I took all them, and now look where it is now. And look what's happening. It's dipping on this line here. Look at this. This single print line here, right?
Hey Jake, so you had pre-sale orders?
No, man. That's just. Once I saw that action, I pressed sell. I said sell now.
No, I fucking got my. I was selling on top of there, and I got margin call. I was playing with some stupid $600 account.
Yeah, I did sell now. Sell now.
Yeah, I think I lost like $50,000 on this play. I missed it too.
Yeah, sell now. So I was watching it. So do you see why I got in a trade here? CPI. CPI was the only thing I needed to push it down. It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's 4 straight days. And look at this. Even if you didn't have, look at this. Even if you didn't have that, you could have drew a trend line all the way up here, right? And clearly broke it. But this is one of them trades where you can't. There's no retest. You got to jump in the water. I jumped in the water. You can't wait for a retest. This is news, man. This stuff moves fast. This is the kind of trading I like. I like to see things. And look at this. This got violated here. I knew it was going to crash. I wasn't worried about it going the other way. I really wasn't.
Nope.
It was going to crash.
That shit moved fast.
Yeah, it's beautiful,
and
right?
Yeah, and then you could tell that because it dropped so hard that the market internals was going to print negative, which it did. That means you could hold it all day if you wanted to.
And then there's basic break and retest. After 8:30, what happened? It broke and retest. It retest this gap here. This is another indicator. Where's it at? This is a 30-minute FEG here, right? By Spaceman. Look at how it tapped that FEG that broke down. This was a bearish day all day, every day. There was no buyers in this market. If people were buying, they were getting burned.
Good job.
So that's the reason why I entered this trade, and that's the reason why I did my analysis on that.
So, I mean, do you guys know what void is? Does anybody in
This
here?
thing, look at this. So let me break this down. Look at this here, man. I was talking about this yesterday to someone. Look at this.
Okay.
Look how
Yeah.
this is gangster. Look at this. Look at the look at this here. How many days has it been going up? 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at this, man. And then look at this. Look where it is here. Overbought like a motherfucker. So this here, it closed. Where it closed? It closed here, right? And opened up here. So what is that called?
A big gap.
So this is a zone here. So I was telling someone this yesterday. I said, y'all don't be listening, man. I said, when y'all tell me something, I listen. So this is a gap here. Look at this gap here. This is a trade idea right here. A trade idea right here. There's a gap, right? Gap will be filled someday, right? So what does that mean? That price is going to have to come back up, right? And fill this gap with the price, right? And go up this way. But that's a trade idea. So we just gave someone a trade idea for Nas. Look at this.
So, I just want to say something, right? When you look at the void, right? You don't even have to look at the chart. You know which day is bullish and which day is bearish. But just looking at the void, you will know what direction you should be playing for the day.
So let's break this down. I got me a little supply and demand pro indicator from TradingView. Okay, some of the indicators are trash, but some of them are not trash. So let me go back and replay this thing. Watch this. Remember, this is just a chart, right? Watch this chart. Check this out. Now that sell print comes in there. That's fast as hell. Hold on, that's way too fast. That TradingView be bugging, right? That's fast as hell, boy. Hold on a second. I want you to see the price action come into effect. Check this out. I'll do it like that. That's pretty good, right? Damn. Check out how that drops, man. Watch this. This sell signal here is trash. You wouldn't take that. Look at where it gapped down. Okay, went up way up there, right? And look where it opened up. Look at that gap right here, man. Like a lower high. Look at that. Ended right there. Look at that. So somebody take a screenshot of this because I guarantee you it's going to come back up. This is orders right here. It's got to fill its gap. Got to fill this gap someday. Look at that, man. So now look what's going on. What's going on here? It's hit this gap here, right? Hit this little spot here. So now what you can do is you can draw a trend line to the sky, right? Like that, right? Everybody see that? And then let it do its thing. Right? So how much trade? So how much trade this in the future? So what I'm gonna do? How do I trade this in the future? Void is a chart. So the void is a chart. So what you do is you type in VOLD. It's a chart. See? And the chart comes with this little indicator I have. See the indicators. You see what I'm saying? You don't need anything on there. You can make it naked, right? Naked right now, right? That this little sell signal came from here, right? You know, from here. See that little indicator I got? So I have nothing here. It's blank. See that? But I just put the indicators on there just to show, you know what I'm saying, things. You know, I mean, you don't need that. But look at this gap. Gonna fill one day.
Mm.
So look at what Nas doing now. So let me erase all the
Okay,
lines for Nas.
Nas right now, it hit a single print and it's going down. Oh my god, it was so perfect.
Okay, right. So right now, so we're right looking at it. Look at this. Check this out.
Look at it real close.
You
It
see
hit
this
a
here?
single. It almost hit it.
You see that right there? It bounced right off it. It has to come inside it. So you see this little gray box here? You see these little three little lines?
Yep. And the top one too, it just hit that blue line. You see that?
Yeah, these are FEGs here. These little blue.
No, they're not. They're single prints too. Look at the TPO.
This
How
little
it's blue.
blue line right here.
Yeah,
Oh
those
yeah,
are
yeah, yeah, yeah. They
yeah,
are.
those
Yeah,
are single prints too. So you know, it just hit single prints down. I might short a little bit.
yeah. I haven't been really focusing on those. I've been focusing on these, but I've been treating these as other areas of interest. But hit here, so hit here, right? So it's a little uptrend here, but look, Asia's weak. So I'm gonna draw a triangle like this, right? And let's see what happens. Okay, so let me show something else. What does it mean by imbalance? What does that mean? Right now?
Imbalance when the market's gone too far in one direction.
Okay, so
That's
look at
correct.
this. See the FVG right here? It's
Mhm.
here. Is this here, right? Right there? And here, this candle right here, right? See that? That big old bull candle?
Mhm.
Price has to come back up in here, right? To fill this
Mhm.
gap. Ain't that the
Oh,
same thing as
but
this? Ain't that the
You got
same
a
thing?
measuring tool?
Yeah.
I wonder if you measure if it's the same.
That's 3,000 pip move. Today, Nas moved 7,000 pips. I don't know if y'all knew that. The unit would be different. The unit's different, I think. Yeah, it's a different unit. Different unit.
Still
But
say,
different
oh,
unit.
that's 3,000. Is that 3,000%?
But this is the same type of move here, right? So this is
Yeah.
12,415.2. You could put a buy stop at 12,452 right now. It's going to go up this way. How far it's going to go up? I don't know. But look at this imbalance. It has to be filled as imbalance right here, right? And it's a couple of imbalances here. This is these are little 30 FVGs.
yeah, when they get there, oh my god, it's gonna the volatility is gonna go crazy.
So look at this. So what am I noticing now? So this is what I'm looking. This is the outlook. What this arrow here represent right here? What that represent? Everybody know?
That's a
Selling.
that's a zone. Yeah, that's a zone.
This is a single print right here. Right, agree with that right here?
Yeah.
Okay. I hit how many times?
Once.
One so far.
Right. You agree with that?
Yep.
Okay. So what happens when it comes up here?
We look for an opportunity to sell.
Sell. Right. Look at this. So then you can backtest this thing, and you can see some of the gangster moves that happen in the market. I caught some gangster moves, not with this, but with ADD. But I'm about to catch some gangster moves, man. Watch this. Check this out. Look at this, man. Look at this. Check this out. I mean, this one, it was gangster here, right? Look how it lines up with the ADD. And look how it lines up with the SPX 40. Look at this, man. I want to show you a gangster move that happened at the gray box. Because these levels do not lie, man. You know, I say ball don't lie. This thing don't lie, dog. I'm telling you, this thing is like hot potatoes. Check it out. Let's go here. All right. So watch this. It's a bit up at 1300. Oh my God. Y'all don't even know what I'm talking about. Oh my God. No, I can't do that one. I'm telling you, this is gonna blow your mind. Check this out. I want to show you because I was on Zoom with Seb. We were just looking at gangster stuff. This is gangster, man. Look at the look at the.
So I want to check a little bit about the initial balance.
Yeah, do that.
So those little blue lines that you see next to TPO. So the first hour when it opens, it creates those two blue lines. Usually what you want to do is trade the breakout
Right.
of the initial balance.
Okay, so let's look at this today. Everybody see? Ever understand that?
What the dotted blue lines?
Yeah. Let's look at this today. Let's look at it today. Look at this today. Look at this.
And do you wait for candle? Well, I guess in this case you
Look
would
at it
want to
doing
wait for
now.
candle closure.
Look what it's doing right now. Look what it's doing right now. What do you see?
It's close to breaking out that second one.
Okay, so a man, Aaron, man.
I came across this by accident because I traded the breakout on GA earlier today.
All right, I'm gonna take you back to the old school. Check this out. This is one of the first ones I was doing, and man, know what this. Remember this one, man?
Okay. It's between the initial balance.
Remember this?
Oh.
Yeah.
This is what this is. This is just a fancy word for it. That's all it is. Remember this?
Yeah.
You remember this, right?
Yeah.
Remember we did this?
Yeah.
The same
Yeah.
thing.
27
DCR.
dip.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. He knows. That's all this is. It's just a fancier name for it. They gave you a
Yeah.
Benz. They gave you a Benz and they call it something else. Oh, I got this thing. That's what he said. You wait for a breakout. That's what it is. And look where it is. It's right in Asia, right? Look at that.
Now, one thing I've noticed on that too is that it'll come back down and retest. Do you trade the retest too?
Just like how did we trade the Asian session? Remember we did that?
Yeah, because it come back down to the top of Asian session and then it bounce off
And wait for a retest. Or at least
Yeah.
wait for 2 or 3 retests.
Okay.
Let that thing bounce around.
Yeah, usually when the price is between the initial balance, it's choppy.
That's where it is now.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, so let's look at a violation of a gray area. And let's look for, because we can be waiting for this. See, the people, buyers and sellers are just waiting. Because I found out they didn't have to take liquidity out to move the market back down, up. Check this out. Here's one here. Check this out. I'm trying to find one. I'm trying to find a nice. Look at this. See what happened here? Broke out, retest, went up, right? To that.
Mm-hmm.
What's
That's
some
good
gangster
to know.
stuff? I'll show you something gangster, man. This is gangster, man. I was just talking said this is gangster, dog.
Yep.
Look at this. Check this out. Watch this. Check this out. It'll blow your mind. I'm here, right? Boom. So this area got printed out. See that? And then watch this. It came in the neighborhood right here. Everybody see that candle right there? And then what I do? It bounced off, came over here, and then what happened? Boom, it went up. Right? Went up. How many the 30-minute candle, right? And then it lines up with ADD. Look at that.
It's a
Boom.
wrap.
It's a wrap, man. Look at this. And we're down here, test this PLC, knocked it out. And another day. This is in the afternoon, right? And then this one hit and then went up. So I could have just draw a trend line here up, right? You don't know where it is, just draw it up someplace. It's gonna break somewhere, right? So how many days is this? How many days rise? One, right? 1, 2, 3, right? Stair steps 1. This is about the same, but still a stair step, right? 1 stair step. So even though it's not a big one, this is a stair step here, right? And then a stair step there. See the motherfucker going up. He might not be going up that much, right? And then look at this. How many blue dots you got? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this hit over here. And then what happened? Damn thing dropped. Right here. Well, this is ADD, right? 930. Boom. It's oversold on 4 days. 1, 2, 3, 4. I draw my trend line all the way up here, like that. And then I would have entered the sell probably around here 930. August 8th. See that? And then when it hit this PLC, but that's the same day, right? So I kept going till I got here. This would have been gangster right here. If you got it right here, this would be gangster right here. This is gangster. And look at this ADD. Look how it lines up. This indicator here, it's like a what they call that? Anyway, so everything lines up here. The 80 thing lines up. This little down here trend line, the break the trend line, and then you can use these other trash indicators, right? EMH
That's
cross.
what I,
Look at
yeah,
EMH cross. Look at that EMH cross. They're late, but look at that cross.
trash.
Got a little cell signal there. You guys are a little look at that, man. Look at all that stuff in there. Everybody lining up for the party. Look at that. Beautiful. That's gangster, man. All right. Or you can take the trash off, right? Take the trash out. I like higher highs. That's just me, but okay. So let's look at that's a gangster entry right there. What's a gangster? Oh, look at this one here. This is ridiculous, man. Look at this. Look at this one here. What happened here? Look at this. Look at this. That's a little bitty one. But when you get PLCs and gray boxes lining up and ADD lining up, you gotta take the trade, dog. Oh my God, look at this. Okay, look at this one here. Oh my
You
God.
get the moving averages. I can't believe you.
I want to show people like y'all be bugging, man. Look at this. Look at this here. Okay, see this right here? Check this out. See right there? It hit right here, right? See that? You can go to higher time frame and look if you want to. Look at this, man. That thing hit down here somewhere. This is just crazy, man. And I backtest this thing all day. Look at this. That's a drop from August 26th. Yeah, this indicator is off the hook, man. You can, because you just gotta wait. You gotta set everything wait. And it work on gold too. Ooh wee. Somebody got paid on gold today, bro. Ooh wee. Somebody got paid on gold. You just gotta work with you gotta change the ticks on it. To play with it. These indicators just don't come out the box ready to go. You gotta play with them, man. You gotta backtest this thing. But this is power, man. All I need is NOS, man. Look at this. This thing is just. I'm trying to find look at 1 hour time frame.
Yeah, John, how can you use that on currency pairs?
You gotta change the ticker on it.
To what?
Well, you gotta play with them. Each tick is different.
Okay.
Oh, I'm trying to use it's an EA. Okay, so you got EA here. Let me take this off. Get off. This off. You have to play with the. You got to play with the. So here's the space here. So you come in here. Maybe play with this. Let's see. How do we do this here? All right. So now you got them there. So you got to play with the levels. Let's see. 3,
Oh, okay, I
4,
see what you're doing.
5. All right. So you don't have
Yes,
no.
no, sometimes I put 0.5. I mean, whatever it takes,
Whatever it takes. Right. Whatever it takes.
just play with it.
Right. There's no. People think, oh, the indicator's gonna save my life. No, it's not. You got to work with the indicators. I'm saying. Oh,
Yeah, the best thing to do is like once you find your perfect setting, just do another window and just keep it to the side. So you don't have to redo it all the time.
yeah. And then that's good to show you what pair you're playing with. Okay. I mean, I don't know what it is. You gotta play with it, man. Or just do auto tick and just work with these levels like this. See, they're not perfect, but that's all I need to see, right? They're not a mountain, but they're still levels, right? See, hit here, right? See that? That gray box over here.
Yeah.
So if it comes up, where's it going? Look at this. See how? Look at this right here. Perfect example. Look at this. I can't make this stuff up, dog. Can't make it up, man. So look at EA. You like to trade EA, right? What's EA doing? Look at this. It broke out the box. Retested.
Yo, if you
Look
hey
at this.
Jay, if you go to the settings, you could just put levels only. So go to display and just put levels.
Hmm.
There you go.
And then,
Now you got your levels.
so if I come on the 5-minute time frame, you get scalp, right? I have to change up the 15 is going to be 240. Oh, look at this. Come on, I'm telling you, you're not getting geeked off this, man. Come on, I'm giving you the game, dog. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my God. Look at this.
It's close to a
Look at this,
fucking.
man. Come on, man. Y'all killing me, dog. If y'all ain't seeing what I'm seeing, man, y'all need to stop
That's
trading,
a
dog.
single print.
Look at this, man. Look at it. You see what I'm saying? Look at this.
Oh
Look at that.
my god,
Oh my God. This is gangster as hell. Look at this.
bro! I might short that right
I might show
now,
that right now too. Look at this. Oh my God. I just gave y'all a trade idea, right? Look at this, man.
bro. That could go to the
That's
POC too.
oh man,
You
look at
see the
this.
POC on the bottom? It might
This one,
says
this one here. This one here. Look at that.
yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful, man. Look at that.
Damn.
Look at how it's getting resistance here. Look at this. Mm,
Mm,
damn, look at that.
that shit looks good.
It looks good, right? Let me see what the 5-minute time frame say. Damn.
How did you add the levels on there again? Go to settings and do what?
See here? All
Okay.
VA. Let's see. 30 is
So the VA is just a value area, so but you don't really need that.
mm. Yeah, levels. Let's do levels, man. That is nice. Remember, we always said levels. Levels of this shit. Look at that, man. Let's see. Let's go back to the 240. Let's see. Oh my God, look at this. Ooh. On 15-minute time frame, it's juicy as fuck. Look at that. Look at that. Damn, look at that. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Damn, man. This is a short right here, dog. That's a short right here. Right here? That's a short coming up, right? Damn, look at that. That's nice. That's a short happening, is that right? Damn, that's crazy, right? So that's a possible short right there, right?
Yeah.
Like double top.
Do you guys got the Spaceman TPO? No, it's just you and
Yeah, I
me.
do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I got it.
You
I got the I just bought it a couple days ago, so I
Look at
think I
this.
got access like day before yesterday.
Look at this, man.
yeah, okay.
So I'm probably gonna be shooting you some messages, man. Pick your brain too, if you're cool with it.
Look at this, man. Look at this. Damn. Look at this, man. Look at this. Oh my, look at that. Just have to play around with the settings on all this here for tick here.
Do like 0.5. Yeah, 0.5. Yeah, that goes. Damn. Try 0.1.
See, I hit Spaceman up and I asked him about this. He had to get back to me. There's well-known value for this. One of this.
Yeah, you got.
That's the other one. That's tick 2. Ooh, let's see. Oh,
Yeah, it's not coming out. Yeah, there's just not enough data. Usually TPO work good like in like it should supposed to work good in index, right? Like gold.
oh, hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, what was that? You saw that?
No, I didn't see it. Yeah. Yeah, Forex is just so different. That's the problem. You know, it's not regulated or anything like that. So
Yeah, you just got to play with the levels, man. That's the thing.
but if you look at the initial balance, you know how many plays you could have done? That's crazy.
Well, you got to play with the levels, man. That's what I can tell you.
I mean, even just having the what is that? The initial balances.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, that's damn near good enough
Yes. All right,
to
guys, I'm gonna
easily
go
grab
take a nap.
some good
I
money.
gotta work in the morning.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ed, man.
Yes.
Using the Matrix, bro. We didn't hear that. At least I didn't hear that.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it does work. Initial balance is just another H and such a thing, but I'll be which one. It does work on Bitcoin though. I'll tell you about that.
No.
Look at that, man. Just takes longer to print the data. That's the problem.
Mm.
It takes longer to print the data. You gotta play with these things to see what's
I
happening.
mean, I sort of like the levels, man.
Okay, that's
I
not
don't have
bad.
an issue
That's
with
not
the
bad right there.
levels. It's
See,
not too bad. Yeah.
it's not bad right there.
No.
Okay. Look at this guy here.
Did the same thing that Nas
Did
did.
did right in this level here. And it went up right here. This was 6 o'clock, right here, in here. Well, this is gonna be a different time because it's Bitcoin, you know. Look what it did today. It did the same thing, right? It tanked, right?
Yeah. Basically, it mimicked the same thing.
Look
You
at
know,
this.
GA got the same thing. Another like 20 pips. Same like EA. It's gonna probably like 25 more pips. It's got that single print.
Oh, this is gangster here. Look at this. Start here, right? First touch, box ended. Did some shit and it tanked right here. Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't be fucking with this that much.
I'm gonna head to bed. Thanks a lot, John, for the,
Yeah, I'm gonna post this Spaceman thing here. Yeah. So
This is
hopefully,
dope, bro.
hopefully everyone has a better understanding of the Spaceman stuff, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. What's that indicator? What's your high low? You use that with it on the bottom under market internals? What is that?
This is yeah, I do. I think you have to get there's a guy in the group. He's called what's his name? He's called not him. He's
Flat,
called,
flat.
yeah, yeah. He has to give you access to it.
Okay.
He's in the group. He's gotta hit him up.
Okay.
But yeah, man, that's it. That's like I said, I'm still looking at stuff, but that's kind of what it is, man. You know what I'm saying?
This is dope, dude.
There should be a link to the indicator in the Discord somewhere.
Is there a link in the Discord?
Should be under the developer
Okay.
channel.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta
Dope.
check it out, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna need to watch this. I'm gonna need to watch this replay for a minute. So just let me know when you post it.
Yeah, I posted like as soon as I get out of here.
Okay. Yeah, I'll run through it a couple more times.
Yeah, you just gotta. I mean, I'm still learning, but I understand the legit of it now.
Yeah, that was my main thing is I didn't it made more sense once I got access, and then once I got access and then watching that one YouTube video for the volumes, it made more sense. And it was like, okay, I sort of see what it's doing. But then the thing is, when I would put on a different chart, I didn't understand what was going on. So I was like, all right, I'm confused now. But the thing is now with us going over this, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes more sense. Yeah. And I caught that one. So I caught I was messing around with GA today, and I caught those initial balances, but I got burned because I looked at the 4-hour and I looked at the 30-minute, and it was at the initial balance, the top line on the 4-hour, and I thought it was gonna reverse, and it blew past it. So I made some money and I lost some money, but it's cool.
Yeah, that's good.
But now when you basically say it's like Asian strategy, I know what to look for now. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
But it's almost 9 on this side, my brother. I'm gonna have to I gotta put these boys to bed, man, because I gotta get them up to school tomorrow. But I appreciate you, my brother.
Yeah, no doubt.
Have a good one, man. And you need to take a shot for me tonight, man. Making that 300K day, brother.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
You better go. You better go take a couple of shots, and then I
Yeah.
need you to go walk by that either that Cadillac, that Ferrari, whatever you want, some big body truck dealership, man. So you can put that on your vision board, man.
I'm
You
good.
feel me?
I'm good, man. It's all good.
All right, man.
All right.
Have a good night, bro. I'll hit you up tomorrow.
All right, later.
All right, peace.
Peace.